Let's meet the visiting team, Chicago Bulls.
Greg, both teams love to push the ball up the floor, even off of made shots.
And trying to get those easy ones before the defense can get set is always an advantage, and you're seeing more and more teams trying to speed up their pace of play.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Levine, DeRozan out there with Vucevic. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
A credit to Levine. Not an easy hoop right there, but total focus on his shot helped out.
Here's Brooks. Great D that time from Vucevic. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Taylor Jenkins.
Well, Kevin, he said one thing that's been successful in the first 2 meetings against this club is that they've switched things up defensively. He told me we like to mix it up and show different looks down the floor each time. That makes it hard for the defense to anticipate what we're trying to do. We'll see if that strategy leads to a 3rd win in this season series tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Looking to get into a rhythm early, Greg, with their shooting.
And I think to get into a good flow, you need to get everyone involved, even if it's as a facilitator.
Yeah, and shot selection will be of the utmost importance. Now, look, you got to stay patient, explore your options within the flow of the offense.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Bulls ball.
Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Heat.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
They just weren't ready for that game. It looked like they just weren't prepared. The final score tells you the story.
Grizzlies have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do and not enough credit for what he does.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. On its way from DeRozan for 2. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
So dangerous off the bounce. DeRozan with the top-notch pull-up game.
Here's Morant. The rebound by Dosunmu. And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
You know, he said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could be. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. 4-point game. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Morant with a wide open look. Drops in the tray. Morant's got 5 points so far.
As Morant gains consistency from range, he becomes that much more dynamic, and that's bad news for the rest of the league.
It's stolen by Adams, and he commits the intentional foul. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. The Bulls making a change here as well. White's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Down low, Jackson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Vucevic. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Earlier in his career, Vucevic didn't take any threes. Now they've become one of his staples in terms of his offensive game.
Payne with the bucket.
They've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Conchar comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Bane. Then for the Bulls, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Green in for Zach Levine. And that one's good, Caruso.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. draining the triple.
Melton feeling it out a bit. To the inside. Here's Anderson. Doesn't go that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now here's Melton. A 17-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
I mean, look at his free throw numbers. It shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
Chicago timeout call. It's time for T-shirt. All right, look who's coming up to the court. Come on and get back for your Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies making a change here. Jones is checked in. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Thompson. DeRozan comes in for Patrick Williams. Levine's checked in for Green. And it's Dosunmu in for White. It's good from long range.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Outside, Jones. Anderson, the bounce pass. Melton kicks to Jones. Lobbed up there for Clark, and then Clark slams it in.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And the basket by DeRozan.
Yeah, and adding a three-point shot later in his career, DeRozan looking very comfortable on that one.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Caruso. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Anderson right side. On the wing, Melton. Pass to Jones. On the wing, Melton. No good on the three. Chicago calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for them. Back right after this.
All right, look who's coming up to the court. Come on and get back for your...
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
3 points.
Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Jones. And it's Bane in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And as the regular season winds toward the playoffs, Greg, for those teams in the upper half of the standings, how much are they looking at the seeding and their possible opponents?
Well, I don't think most would admit it, but it's human nature to think ahead, trying to map out that route and looking at how it breaks down in the bracket.
John Morant, he's checked in for Jones. Chicago making some changes. Only 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. You look at Chicago, right now the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong.
And, you know, for the Bulls, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seeded.
Here's Morant. That shot missing. Good D by Thompson.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review. Coach's challenge or...
The previous play is under review.
We determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have, Greg, a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same.
And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Tristan Thompson.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Morant, what a terrific move that was. Morant's got 7 points.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And put in a 6'11" frame of use. That's Jackson. I mean, he's a low down low. Good luck stopping him.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Greg, and that's where you're from, that's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here, growing up here. And quite honestly, I'm just thrilled that we have Summer League again. After what we've gone through, partner, it is just a breath of fresh air to get back to focusing on the little things.
The pass to Morant, and stolen by Thomas. Thompson for the triple. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Morant drives in over Williams and misses it off the right side of the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Thompson passes to Thomas. Outside Williams. Fires the three. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Man, he takes off like a rocket. I mean, there's a suddenness to Morant's game that most athletes don't have.
It's Thomas outside. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Morant against Brown. And finished off by Morant.
Moving, looking for his spots. Morant slithering around the court with the ball on the string.
White, good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Basket, good. Morant's got 13 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. And coming out of high school, Ja Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing, growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina.
All right, look who's coming up to the court. Come on and get down for your Grizzlies.
Some changes for Memphis. Anderson, he's checked in for Adams. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Bain. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. .131 left in the first half. Here's Dosunmu. Bangs home the trifecta. Dosunmu's got 6 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Jackson kicks to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Number 5, the Bulls.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Here's Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
That's just great initiative from Anderson right there. He's skilled at seeing avenues to the basket and then taking them.
DeRozan for 3, and the Bulls another 3.
3 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Melton. Misses off the left iron. Chicago leading by 23. From deep three-point range, and it's Vucevic missing. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. And Jackson gets it to go.
Very confident right there. These shots help Jackson find his rhythm. Love seeing him be assertive.
The deep 3 from Levine. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's stolen by Vucevic. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Grizzlies ball. Coming onto the floor for the Bulls.
And so it's Chicago, closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Taylor Jenkins is here with us in the second quarter, Coach. Tough sledding at both ends of the floor. How do you fix it?
You know, it hurts our offense when we're not able to get stops and get out and running, so not a good quarter for us. You know, we just got to keep being aggressive defensively and be a little bit more disciplined.
And we'll see if that can pick up as the game continues. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down. Guys, projecting down the road toward the postseason, how important is it to lock up home court advantage come playoff day?
It definitely helps, but it's not everything, Ernie. You know, we won a championship with the Houston Rockets, and I was on that team. 6 seed. Can you believe that? No home court advantage, any round. Remember that shot?
I'm having static in my headphones. I'm having a hard time remembering that, Kenny.
Yeah.
And right now, let's talk about that monster first half for the Chicago Bulls.
Well, they went downtown and threw a party, and fortunately, we were all invited. The key is their shooters weren't afraid to pull the trigger on open looks, and it's a blowout right now.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And that's somewhat of a surprise, but he's been really patient and unselfish.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Bulls, they've got Dosunmu. Vucevic is out there with DeRozan. Then it's Zach Levine, and it's Caruso in a shooting guard.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Well, every team needs those energy players, Chris, who set the tone defensively, and Alex Caruso is definitely in that mold.
Absolutely. He's disruptive, gets a lot of skills, and then he's athletic. I'll give you some highlights, too. An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Took him no time at all on that one. Vucevic has got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Left side, Jackson. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Brooks dishes to Adams. Shoots over DeRozan. Adams' shot is off. The Bulls leading by 20. Here's Vucevic. And the 3 ball is good. Vucevic has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bulls. Morant drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. 17 points in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Didn't really need to put himself off balance like that, but hey, he'll take it.
To the wing right side. Payne for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Payne's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, this is just being a good teammate. Morant making sure to whip the ball over to his open man.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks outside. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. And down the road, Greg, which current player might make for the best coach?
Well, I'm always partial to the point guard. And if you're looking for leadership, man, Chris Paul, Mike Conley, those guys I think are destined to coach. I think LeBron would be a great one as well, but I got a sneaky suspicion he'd just rather own the team.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Morant's got space, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
For 3, Levine, and the Bulls, another 3.
No, you can't play off of Levine so much. He's great at pulling up on a dime like this.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Dosunmu. Another 3 for Chicago.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from 3-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Which loudest section wants a T-shirt? right, look who's coming up to the court. Come on and get down for yours.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Vucevic. Derek Jones comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Green, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu. Memphis has gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
The story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
1:27 left in the third. Here's White. Another three for Chicago.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip.
And with Kobe White, you hate to see him settle. He's best when going at the rim. The defense wins if he takes that mid-range jumper. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
To the middle, here's Williams. They can't stop the run with that one.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Memphis has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Pass to Melton. 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. Anderson kicks to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. From 12 feet out, the Grizzlies with another miss. And so Green will bring it up for Chicago. Pass to Levine. Here's White. He's guarded by Williams. White the pass to Thompson. Levine for 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the fourth.
And so it's Zach Levine making things happen. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Brandon Clark is out there with Anderson. Then it's Tyus Jones. Then it's Williams. And it's Conchar in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. The 3 from Thomas. Conchar pulls it in. The Grizzlies shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Here's Jones. No good that time. Williams with the defensive effort. For the 3, buries the long-range jumper. Williams has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Chicago.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
Tillman, he's checked in for Memphis. And the Bulls making a change also. Tony Bradley's checked in for Thompson. Connects from 3-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
And then Clark slams it in.
And this is why so many were high on Clark there. Love seeing him be aggressive.
From deep, Thomas. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Outside, Jones. He feeds it to Williams. Here's Conchar. Good work defensively by Jones. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Shots good by Williams.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Conchar, the pass to Clark. Over to the left wing. Conchar, good. Conchar's got his first 3 points of the game.
the real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
The loudest and craziest fans get a free T-shirt.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Adams checked in. Some changes for Chicago.
Coming onto the floor for the Bulls.
Here's Dosunmu. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here's Jones. Vucevic with the rebound. The Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Levine for 3, count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
The basket looks as big as the ocean right now. I mean, that's how easy he's making it look.
The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, he's not going to get it easier than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
DeRozan's shot is off. It's stolen by Vucevic, and the Bulls tack on 2 more. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Chicago.
They played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the steals to prove it.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Memphis has gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Conchar, the pass to Adams. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by the Bulls. DeRozan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Dosunmu. Offensive rebound. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Zach Levine.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
DeRozan for 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Here's Jones. That one's off. Still out of sync. Here's Caruso. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Jones, no luck. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, this team is playing well together. How are you encouraging and fostering that sense of all of you being together and playing well?
We're just making everybody comfortable. We're making each and everybody on this team comfortable. If it's jump shots, if it's attacking the basket, even if it's on the defensive end, we're just giving each other confidence every time we practice.
And it sure looks like it out there tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our New Balance Player of the Game, Zach Levine.